Good day, folks. JD Sizzle 5 back with another video. Finally, I'll get into that in a second. But I got another device about 5 weeks ago. Another HP machine, courtesy of Microsoft Store again. This is the HP Stream x360. And this device is a very unique device because it's considered a hybrid device, meaning it can do two different things for this. First, it's a laptop, but then it can also convert into a tablet. So I'm going to show you the contents of what comes in the box, the device itself, show you the different features and specifications it's got, and I actually have my TV here because it actually has display port settings. So we're going to swing around over here. This here is the inside of the box. It comes with the setup instructions. It actually tells you what's on here, the specifications, the different modes, which is what we're going to get into. It actually comes with a free year of Office 365 Personal. So as this card says, do not discard if you get this, because it is the activation card that has the actual code for you to get it for your year for free. Right here is the AC adapter. It's a 45-watt adapter for the device. And the culprit in question that we're doing is this baby right here, the x360. I really love how they have the keyboard a bright white, and this is really good because even in the dimmest and darkest places I've used this thing, because of the using the screen and the illumination from the screen and the color of the keyboard, I have no problem seeing the keyboard, which is really fascinating because usually when HP makes their laptops, they usually either have a backlit setting on the keyboard itself through the wedges and cracks and nooks and crannies of the spaces here on the keyboard, or they'll usually go up here next to the webcam and they'll have a button right about here and you can click it and it pops out and there's a little LED light that comes here and illuminates the keyboard for you. But there's no need for that, so it's pretty good. It's awesome actually. And the infamous touchpad that most people really don't like, but actually this one is really good. The response on this is very good, and it's actually bigger than usual because, as you can see, usually on the top and on the bottom here you will see the right and left click button, which are not on here. They actually integrated it into the pad, so if you can hear, that's the right click and the left click. So if you need your right click menu, you're going to click down here. You can simply, without having to click this for the confirm and all that stuff, you can actually tap on the pad to do that. So we're going to swing right back around here. And we're going to show you what the device has. So starting from the right side of the machine, you're going to see here that it has the network adapter. Unfortunately, it doesn't do gigabit connections. It only has 10 and 100 megabits. So that's fine because unless you're using a corporate machine, there's really no need to have gigabit processing for networks. This will do more than suffice for your needs. It has the HDMI port for the display settings if you want to use a bigger screen to work on, or if you just want to use it as a secondary screen. This is the port that it has. These two ports here are USB 2.0 ports, with this one being the powered port, meaning that if you have a device, let's say like a CD-ROM, a DVD or Blu-ray player, or an external hard drive that requires power for it to run, and you do not have an AC adapter for that device, you can actually run it through here with the proper USB cable and have it run on that device. Right here, we got the SD card reader. That's my micro SD card adapter. And the reason that they have this is just like the HP Stream 7 and 8, it only has 32 gigs of space for the solid state drive. And that's not expandable, but they're giving you expandable options through USB ports and the SD card reader. On the left side of the machine, you got your volume buttons here. Right here is the headphone jack, but it actually gives you the display emblem of the headset. And the reason they do that is because you can use a headset on here. I actually have a pair of Skull Candy Aviators that have a microphone built into it. And I put it in here and it worked flawlessly, fantastic. So if you are a gamer and you want to do chat on while you're gaming, or for those who like to use a microphone when they're on Skype or Uvu, this is really good. It works really, really well. This here, even though it doesn't have the indicative blue shade to let you know, this is a USB 3.0 port. So if you have any USB 3.0 devices, this will be the port that you have to use. This here is the power button, and lastly, this is the Kensington lock port. And the reason you would want to use that is for security lock. If you want to use your device at the office, you don't feel like carrying it around with you all the time, and you want to leave it in a secure place, if you have a Kensington lock, you can simply put it on there, turn the key, and it locks in and keeps it secure. So, and the last thing, it is a hybrid device, like I said. So normally if you have a regular laptop, your angle will probably be this deep at best, maybe this deep, but being that you want to use it as a hybrid, you simply fold it like so, which is why it has the name x360, and there is a nice size 11.6-inch tablet for you to use. The touchscreen response on here is great, haven't had any problems with it as well, and I think this is a fantastic device. It's a really, really good device, and if you want to go back in, like so, you go back to laptop form. And when I bought this device, it had Windows 8.1. I did get the free upgrade to Windows 10, so it is now running Windows 10. And the reason I like Windows 10 on here for this device is because now they have distinctive modes in Windows 10 that it can recognize. So if I'm in this mode right here, then for the laptop, it's going to be called desktop mode. So when I flip it over like this, Windows 10 will recognize, oh, you went from a desktop to a tablet. It'll tell you right here on the corner, do you want to switch to tablet mode? Yes or no? And you can either click yes or click no. You can click the box to say to remember your setting, and then click the prospective choice that you want. And the same thing goes to if it goes from a tablet to the laptop, it'll recognize it, and it'll say, would you like to go back to desktop mode? And you can click yes or no, and remember your setting for later on. And I really like that because it's seamless. Everything is starting to be seamless with Windows. And I really like the hybrid, play on words here, of them putting Windows 7 XP features, the old school way of doing the start menu instead of the start screen, and using the Windows 8 features as far as using apps instead of programs. So we're gonna fire this baby up. I have my HDMI cord here that I'm gonna plug in. We're gonna swing right back around here, and we're gonna power up the device. And again, it's a solid state drive, so it should take no more than 3 to 5 seconds to boot up. And there we go. Hey, say hi to Chewy, everybody. Remember Chewy? Yes, I love my Chewy. So we're gonna scooch this over here and put it right in here. So there's my Samsung. This is a 19-inch TV that I have. And we got 2 screens here. Like I said, you can use this, what this is good for. You can have this as your main display and this one as your secondary, or vice versa. Or if you just want to lay back and just watch something on here, you can leave this one alone. If you want to use a USB keyboard and mouse so that you don't have to mess with this, you can do that. But you can use 2 screens if you want. You can go to control panel and simply go to display settings and do accordingly to how you want to do. So actually, I am going to log in here to just show you, if you haven't seen any Windows 10 features, that is the wallpaper I have there to start up. And yeah, there's Chewy again, folks. But yeah, I mean, this Windows 10 runs very smooth. It feels smooth. Just to show you on here on the pad, moving it around, it's pretty good. The right click, we're gonna right click here. You get your right click menu, and boom. All right, so there you go. See, and that's the new start menu that most old school people can recognize. It's a bit different because it used to say all programs, and now it says all apps. And it didn't have the settings button like it used to in the past. Now it's got the settings button. It's got an integration of both worlds of 7 and 8. And I really like that. It uses less processing power, it uses less memory. All around, it just uses less resources and gives you the same, if not more, power to the system. And I actually saw a significant increase in battery life switching from Windows 8.1 to 10. I was actually getting 7.5 to 8 hour battery life straight through without charging on this device here. And when I switched over to Windows 10, I actually got like 9.5 hours now. So because it uses less resources, it's actually giving me more stuff for my power. And yeah, that's it. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna shut it down. And again, solid state, shouldn't take about 3 to 5 seconds to take everything off, and boom, there you go. That is the HP Stream X360 there. So yeah, this baby has a 2.16 gigahertz Intel Celeron processor, which is great because Atom processors are okay for small devices. They didn't work too well with the netbooks that were being popular back in the early 2000s, late 2000s. And but this Celeron processor is really good. This machine has 2 gigs of RAM, which is double than what you get out of the HP Stream 7 and 8. Again, it has 32 gigs. We're gonna swing back over here. There we go. 32 gigs of RAM, not RAM, 32 gigs of solid state drive that you have to play with. Again, like what I did with this machine is that I went to Amazon for $29.99 on my Prime account. I was able to get a 128 gigabyte 3.0 USB stick to take care of my needs for any PowerPoint presentations I have, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, even my music. I can store a ton of music on that one stick and be good. If I feel like transferring stuff from anything to my new hybrid device here, you saw my SD card adapter. I don't use any SD cards anymore but micro SD, so I have my adapter, but I can use that to expand memory if I want even more. You can use an external hard drive. I have my 500 gigabyte Toshiba hard drive that I've had since 2004, and it's still running. But yeah, this is a really good device. It's $269 at the Microsoft Store, or you can get it at microsoftstore.com. Again, it's the Signature Edition, so it's got the bare minimum that you need, the operating system, and whatever you need as far as the HP support goes in case something happens and you need to do something with the warranty. It has the HP support stuff on there, but that's all it has. It doesn't have any third-party crap, any antivirus programs that are not necessary to have. It does have Windows Defender. Windows Defender is working pretty good. If you're looking for a little extra, I like Microsoft Essentials. They work pretty good along with the Windows Defender, and it's a really good price, $269 plus tax, whatever your tax is for where you live. For me, it costs about $290 something. But this machine does a lot for its dollar. HP did a good job, and Microsoft too, for creating another reasonably priced device for everyday users. Like I said, it has the network adapter, only does 10 or 100 megabits per second, but that's more than enough. It's more than enough to get you rolling as far as downloading your security updates for Microsoft or anything, if you want a pretty good speed to start downloading any music or anything like that. But I really like this. I like the display settings as far as using the HDMI, because if I don't feel like watching it, Netflix and Hulu or Amazon Prime on the little screen here, the 11.6, then I can just put it on my 19 or my 42-inch through the HDMI port and just watch my movies, my shows and stuff like that. So that's it for the HP Stream X360. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at it, and I hope this helps everybody out. Thank you for subscribing. Keep talking about me to everybody else so that I can help more people out. And that's all I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to be a good citizen and letting people know some good deals. And keep it coming. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. I know it's been months since I put out a last video. I'm in the transition of moving again. This time from New York to New Jersey. But this time it should be a permanent spot where I can do my videos, and I'll actually have a good internet source this time instead of this crappy Wi-Fi that I'm using right now. And I'll have a landline where I can do my thing as far as the internet. So thanks for watching. Check out another video that I'm about to do. HP also came out with a stream desktop that I bought for my children for them to use for school purposes, and I will be opening that, and that video should be coming within the next few hours or probably a day or so. Thanks guys, and see y'all later.